I've been tweaking with the settings, trying to find something that I like. That's the best we gonna do. Here it is. I hope that's good for y'all. Look at this. Just as soon as I'm recording, here go this message. On YouTube. Take off the vest, bruh. Laughing emoji. You know what? It is. It's 5:30. You right. I'm gonna oblige you. I don't have to go nowhere yet. Why not? Hate going to the job anyway, bro. You ain't lying. Take it off. You ain't lying. Get that out of here. All right. Let's jump into the vid now. 3P family. What's good, y'all? And welcome back to the channel. You know the vibes. Come on, bro. You should already be, Come on, you know what to do. Appreciate you. Now look, man. If you're new to my channel, never seen my face before, my name is Monty. Welcome to my channel. Let's just dive into the video. I want to show you guys how to save $10,000, $20,000. Don't matter. I want to show you guys. This is just some couple of the things that I did when I saved my first 10,000 and my first 20 ball. So let's just go through it. Even if you work 3 jobs, 2 jobs, 1 job, I know it's a lot. For the people that work multiple jobs, listen. I know working 3 jobs, even 2, it gets exhausting. Like, cause I'm exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But you always want to pay yourself when you're working all these hours, bro. That way it doesn't feel like you're working for nothing. You're never working for nothing, bro. Remember that. You're never working for nothing. It's always for a bigger goal. You just have to find what yours is. So let's just jump into it. The first step in saving your first 10,000, even 20,000, it goes along with it. It's just setting a realistic goal. That's what I did. Even if it's 10,000, let's just break down 10,000. If you want to save 10,000 in a year, that's $830 a month. $833 to be exact. That's $192 per week. I think we all can do that. I think we can all do that. $100 a week, even $200 a week, maybe. But I don't know everybody's certain situation. I'm just saying from my experience, this is just some of the things that I did. I set up a goal for each month. As you can see on my vision board, I have for mine's $1,000. I wanted to save $1,000 a month, maybe even more if I had a little more money. If I put in a little more hours at one of these jobs like I'm doing now, I would put up more. So creating like a detailed budget. What I want you to do is go get some paper and a pencil, pen, whatever. And what we're going to do is we're going to write down all of our expenses. We're going to write down our income as well. So first, you want to write down all of the income from all of the jobs that you're working at, all of your income. That's the first thing that I did. I know what amount of money I'm making at the first job. I know what amount of money I'm making from the second one. And I know what little bit of money I'm going to make on the weekends on Saturday. If I'm booked at the studio, I know how much. With all that being said, once you got that together, then you're going to write out all of your expenses that you have, whether that's rent, food, you eating out, anything. Write out all of your expenses that you spend money on. That's what I did, right? Subscriptions, even if you up late at night, like I used to be. I'm a big sneakerhead. One day I'm gonna have to show y'all my sneaker collection because it's a ridiculous amount. I used to be up on Retro Kings or Flight Club looking up shoes, and I would cop. I call it impulse buying for me personally. So there's that. Now, cool. After we did all that, we're going to try to maximize our income. Now, how I do that for me personally, it may be different from you. I pick up extra hours by going in early. So at my second job where I work the night shift, I go in early. I really don't have to be at work until 10, but I go in sometimes at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I stay over most times. My designated time is 9 to 5:30, but since I go in early, right, I go in and I get off late, usually, sometimes. I'm supposed to get off at 5:30. Most times I get off at 6:30, 6 o'clock. That's overtime every day that I'm working. that accumulates. So that's extra money in your pocket. So just find a way to make some extra money, even if that's a little side hustle. If you got to make a side hustle, you can't get extra hours at work. That's cool, bro. It's always a way to make some money. All right. Now, with all that being said, let's talk about the strategies of how we even gonna make 10,000. What I did, I opened up 4 different accounts for mine. I also, and this is also separate from my business account, I also have a business account where I have a business checking and a business savings, where it's a yield savings. If you guys want to see a little more information on like the business side, I'll get more into that in a later video. But for right now, we're going to talk about like the standard person who doesn't have a business or LLC like I do. We'll get into that later. But for the regular person that's working, we're going to get into it. I have a savings account. And I switched mine to a yield savings. If don't nobody know what that is, do your research. Yield savings are way better than a regular savings account. At my bank, mine's is 4%, which is really, really good for a yield saving. But the catch is you have to have a certain amount of money in there, y'all, before you open up the account. So you have to check with your bank. I know Chase does like because I was with Chase for a minute. Chase does like a 2%, which I thought was kind of trash, but it's better than nothing. But my bank now does 4%, which is really, really, really good for yield savings. If you have a regular savings account, that's fine. But eventually, once you save up enough money, you want to open up a yield savings account. That's just, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you some of the stuff that I've been doing over the past couple of months. Now, with that being said, I also have a bills and like debt account. So most times, my wallet. Most times what happens is I have all of my stuff on auto pay. So I have a certain percentage that comes out of my checking account that goes automatically to my bills, automatically to my savings, and automatically to my investing account. I have a savings, like I said, I'm gonna run through it again. I have a savings account. I have a billing and debt account, which is one and the same. That's where all my bills come out of and anything that I'm paying debt off of. I have an investing account and I have a checking account. Now, here's what you're going to do. The thing in order how to save is only spending out of this checking. You're only going to give yourself a certain amount of money, whether that's $100 that you can only use $100 to use to spend out of, and that's it. But we're not going to touch anything out of our savings. We're not going to touch anything out of the bills, obviously. Like groceries, stuff like that. You ain't gonna be able to touch that. That's already gone. And we're not gonna touch anything out the investing account. It is up to you to figure out your percentage. I know for me, I have mine set up to where, like I said, it's auto pay. So I have a certain amount of money that goes into savings. I have a certain amount of money that goes into bills and debt. And then I have a certain amount that I put up to the side for investing, whether that's for stocks, I don't know, anything that you want to buy that has anything to do with investing your money. Like maybe you want to invest in, I don't know, like I said, stock market, anything. I only spend out of my checking. Whatever is left after I handle my business, that's what I spend out of. Now for you, it may be different. You probably still at home. You'll be able to do this and stack more money than the average person. So you'll be good. But I want everybody to be in that top 10 percentile of Americans, because a lot of people don't even have $1,000, and it sucks. That's sad. A lot of people don't even have $1,000 put up, let alone 5, let alone 10. If you're in the 10 bracket, you good. You in that 10 percentile of Americans, and that's where I want you to be. So out of this check-in, say you only, after you're done, you only have $100. You have to make this $100 stretch. That's what people are doing. That's what I'm doing. Mine's is a little higher because I work 3 jobs and I have a little more money to play with, but I only spend out of my checking. I don't touch my savings and I don't touch my bills. I've been having to go a little bit into the investing part because I am in a little bit of debt because of student loans. So I've been putting off my my investing a little bit in the stock market, and I've been holding off a little bit off on my the Roth IRA that I have. I've been holding off. As far as the Robinhood one, because I told y'all I'm going to roll mine's over. The Robinhood one that I created, I don't put money in that no more. I paused that. But the money that I have from my Roth IRA at the bank, it still gets pulled out of investing already. It's already a percentage that goes for that. But as far as any other investments that I have going on, I put those on pause. Just until I get out of debt this month. So that's what I would do. You only want to spend out of the checking account. You don't want to spend out of anything else. That's how you will save $10,000. You figure out a percentile of the amount of money you're going to put in each account and handle your business first, right? After you do that, you're going to only spend out of this checking account. Whatever is left, that's what you do to stretch. Now, don't go willy-nilly and spending all of your money and not tracking it, right? You want to track your stuff. That's why you're going to get a notepad. I have mine in my notes. It's just easier. I'm always on my phone. I have to have my phone with me. So it's just easier for me to look and see what I need to pay off, see what I need to pay right from my notes. So I'm going to run through just a rundown right quick. We discussed about writing down all of your expenses, writing down how much money you make, and then figuring out where you want to cut out a couple of things. Now, I know with me personally, it's a couple of things that you can cut out. Like, I know for me, it's probably, I could cut out, now that I'm sitting thinking about it, I could probably cut out cable, because I can watch that on my phone. You know what I'm saying? So there's money that I could save. But that's just me. It may be different for you. We also talked about having a realistic goal on how coming up with a game plan in order to touch 10,000. I just gave you mines. That's how I broke mines down. I said I wanted to make 1,000 a month and put it up. So I put up 1,000 a month every month until I got to my 10,000 bracket. And sometimes I was able to put more because I worked a lot of hours or I was working overtime. And at my other job, I always get overtime. So it was just easy to really put up some money. And that's how you maximize your income. It's just finding ways to maximize your income so that way you could put up more, right? I told y'all about the accounts that I have, and I have mine set up on auto pay. So basically what that means, again, it means that I just have certain amount of money coming out of my checking or my check that goes straight into these accounts. So I don't have to worry about it. But for some people, auto pay isn't a really good idea. Maybe you haven't worked that many hours, so you really can't set your stuff to auto pay because you don't really know your expenses. And maybe you fell off for a week and got sick, had to call off, those things. So just take those into consideration. And then cutting out any unnecessary expenses. Like for mine, like I said, I'm going to cut out cable, which is DirecTV, really, so I could watch the game. But I can honestly catch the game while I'm at work, or if I'm off that Sunday, because sometimes I do have to go in on Sundays. So I missed the game. That's why I got it. That way I can replay it and catch it back. But I could always find it on YouTube. So that's one thing. I don't know what else. Maybe meal prep. I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on food. A lot of people spend a lot of money on food, like going to fast food. Just buy groceries and meal prep for the week. But I know how some people are. They don't like eating the same amount of food every day, eating the same food they just ate yesterday. But I'm telling you, you will save a lot of money meal prepping instead of going to McDonald's, Taco Bell, all of this fast food that you spending $10, $15, $12 on yourself every day. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. That's pretty much it. It's just building. I want you guys to build yourself and be in a better position than other people. That's what I want you to do.